Now, normally, when I cover Tyler Oliveira, we're going hard on making fun of him because his content is utter slop. I feel like he's trying to be a more political Brandon Buckingham, but the fact is, his ideological driven nature means that his content just doesn't appeal as much as the likes of Brandon Buckingham's does. And I love his content. I recently watched his video where he explores the most dangerous hoods in Puerto Rico. That was some real on-the-ground journalism. It was interesting and it was humanizing in a way that you will never see in a Tyler Oliveira video. But we're not here to really dunk on him as much as we usually would here. We're watching one of his newer videos from about a week and a half ago where he tried to go to Israel and was banned from the country. I'm gonna be honest, when I saw that one of Tyler Oliveira's newest videos was about Israel, I knew we had to watch it. I knew we had to. So let's give it a watch, huh? I won't leave you guys hanging for too long. Let's get into it.
I just got banned from Israel upon arrival and deported back to America for anti-Semitic
The creepypasta YouTube short music. God, I hate this guy.
or anti-Israel content. I flew out of New Jersey on an El Al flight to Tel Aviv on a plane with basically all Jews and had plenty of pleasant conversations.
I guess it would be a plane of basically all Jews. I can't really... I mean, he's right, I guess.
And positive interactions on my way there. Believe it or not, a lot of Jews were excited for me to visit their country.
Where are we headed, boys? We're headed to Tel Aviv, baby. Are they gonna let me in? Yes, sir.
Oh, no.
But of course, I was being tracked the entire time.
I like how when he said, are they gonna let me in? They were all like...
And photos of me circulated in Jewish WhatsApp groups as I was asleep in the middle seat of the back of the plane. 12 hours in the middle seat later, I land in Israel and my passport scan says to go find an agent. I'm then brought to the back office where my interrogation begins. I tell him I'm here to enjoy the beaches of Tel Aviv, see some holy sites, and maybe do some street interviews asking some of the world's oldest questions, right? He then asks if I'm here to provoke Jews, if I'm hiding anything, if I'm anti-Semitic. I tell him no, obviously. The agent then goes like, you can just be honest, this is Israel. As if I said, yeah, I'm anti-Semitic, that would somehow go over well upon arriving to Israel. But I tell him no, I'm not.
I mean, it might. It might, you know. Maybe you get like a letter from, you know, the big Yahoo, and he calls you into his office and he says, I understand that you are an anti-Semite. When you go back to America, you must push more anti-Semitic conspiracy theory, and it make Jews scared, and it make them move to Israel. I'm sorry, this is probably a racist impression. I don't even know if I sound anything like him. I don't know what an Israeli... I don't even know what Netanyahu sounds like, because I've only heard him speak so briefly, and I forget what he's... I think he sounds like that. But, I genuinely think Netanyahu and, like, the Lakewood party... Lakewood? That party, I think it's in their best interest for anti-Semitism to be a global issue. As in, like, a growing problem. Because... Jews have been historically severely targeted with hate crimes, genocides, and, you know, apartheids, that kind of thing. And so when you have anti-Semitism start to fluctuate, or not fluctuate, but spike in a country, a lot of the population starts looking at the idea of moving to Israel as a pretty good idea. Like, a lot of Israel's modern population is made up of, like, refugee Jews from countries that, you know, started fucking with the Jews. And that's where a lot of, like, the testiness, you could say, the of the Israel stuff comes about. Because, like, not every Israeli is, like, a fucking mouth-frothing genocidal maniac. Some of them are just like, bro, the country I immigrated from would have, like, they were killing Jews there. I get out of there, okay? This is the safest place I can be. Yeah, like, I honestly think that anti-Semitism in America and in Europe is honestly something that Israeli officials might be all in favor of. It just means more Jews coming to Israel. And that's what Israel wants, is like the world's Jewish population all in Israel. They want a Jewish ethno-state, and they want the fact that it's an ethno-state to lend legitimacy to anything they do. Like, we see it happen now, because more than half of the world's Jewish population already lives in Israel. It's really hard to argue that Israel ought to be responsible or accountable for anything without it sounding pretty damn anti-Semitic, because you're talking about half of the world's Jewish population when you talk about Israel. It's a rough issue. But I do think Netanyahu likes anti-Semitism, not in Israel, but everywhere else.
not, I don't hate anyone, and I don't. He proceeds to watch my videos about the Hasidic Jewish communities in upstate New York and New Jersey, where I examine how they use welfare to afford 7 to 10 kids. I try to explain the nature of the videos, and he eventually tells me to go sit down while they deliberate my fate. About 30 minutes later, he tells me to come back in the room and states that he's spoken to his higher-ups and that I've been denied entry into Israel due to anti-Semitic or anti-Israel content. I'm then handed a paper that I have to sign, which falsely claims that I've attempted to illegally immigrate to Israel, which is obviously bullshit, and I assume was done to prevent me from re-entering Israel for as long as legally possible, despite him telling me the real reason was due to anti-Semitic content.
I really do like there is something about this this whole like Israel becoming a meme thing that's kind of like an extra silver lining to the whole situation not many have thought about. It shows that there is the ability for the poor behavior of a nation to become a meme that everybody knows about, everyone jokes about, and everyone is aware of. Everyone knows how shitty Israel's government is. It's become a meme to joke about how awful Israel can be. And so imagine if that happens with like Russia. You know, it could. We could see a pretty strong cultural push against Russia, because I'll tell you what, Russia is just as deserving of the hate Israel gets. And I would like to start seeing it get the Israel treatment too.
In fact, I check Twitter and see that Israel's Minister of Diaspora and Combating Anti-Semitism is retweeting an Israeli news article that claims Tyler Oliveira, the Jew-hating YouTuber, is expelled from Israeli border on the orders of the Israeli minister. The fuck? He then quotes,
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen Tyler Oliveira imply that, like, the Indian immigration quote-unquote problem has something to do with Jews, so he might be anti-Semitic, actually. He might be, or maybe just a little bit,
I'm proud to have denied entry to Israel today to an unfortunate YouTuber who is using the harassment of Jews as a way to get clout on social media. Furthermore,
oh, I bet he did a video on the Jewish tunnels in New York. Jewish tunnels. It was one tunnel, by the way, and the story with that was literally a bunch of kids at a synagogue wanted to tunnel under the street to get access to a building that they considered part of their property in a land dispute. But of course, this blew up on social media as secret New York City Jewish tunnels.
Or let this be a lesson to all Jew haters and supporters of BDS, whatever that means. Now, for a second,
although I will say there is a very obvious joke I could make about Jewish people in New York City having a land dispute with their neighbors. Sorry. I'll take my things and go.
Imagine if me criticizing welfare use in black communities in America somehow got me banned from countries in Africa. Or the welfare users in Appalachia somehow got me banned from Europe. This exception only seems to exist when it's regarding Jews. So I tell the agent, man, it's a shame I can't visit the biggest democracy in the Middle East. And he goes, well, maybe you can visit Afghanistan. They confiscate my passport, take me to a brief holding room with a bunch of Filipinos, and then tell me I have a flight out at midnight, which is like 8 hours later. Now, it's clear to me at this point that the unspoken strategy is they want the accusations of anti-Semitism they hurl at people like me to eventually become true, to then justify their very accusations. But the problem is, there is no hatred in my heart, only a resolve to see things as they are. So try to answer this. Why am I, as an American, not allowed to question?
I mean, he does make propaganda, make no mistake. Like, look at his thumbnails, they're all AI generated. If he was actually trying to depict the world as it really is, why would he need to make his thumbnails with AI? Like, come on, bro. Guys, listen, you have to understand, I'm not a political propagandist, okay? It's just that this is the only video I've ever uploaded. Well, he even used AI with this one, it seems. But yeah, they're all AI generated. But listen, he's just showing the world as it really is. Also, okay, all right, yeah, I think I know why he might have been. I exposed New Jersey's Jewish invasion with the AK-wielding rabbi AI generated in the thumbnail. Really? Jews only on the signs. Really? Obvious anti-Semite? Yeah, I hate to say it. I cannot believe this is about to come out of my mouth right now, but Israel might be right about this one. Good Lord.
my fellow Americans who happen to be Jewish and how our collective tax dollars are being spent in America. And why, if my videos happen to involve Jewish people, am I now labeled a Jew-hating anti-Semite?
See, what we just saw there, that was just a video involving Jewish people.
While our greatest ally, Israel, that is the single largest recipient of American foreign aid in our history, then deports me, while their government officials publicly paint a target on my back while I'm still in their country. Adjusting for inflation, U.S. aid to Israel from 1951 to 2022 totaled $317 billion, making it the largest recipient of American foreign aid since World War II. But fun fact, we don't even have a formal mutual defense treaty with Israel. Yes, our greatest ally is not even technically our ally. For perspective, the US has formal mutual defense treaties with all 32 NATO members, Japan,
Yeah, Israel has no obligation to help us, ever.
South Korea,
But we give them all our money.
Australia, New Zealand, the Philippines, Thailand. And these
He's not
treaties
wrong.
legally obligate the US to come to their defense if attacked and vice versa. The obligation is a two-way street, but not with Israel. In summary, we've given Israel over $300 billion in cumulative aid.
God, I love seeing two entities I don't like fighting. Oh, this is great. I'm eating this up right now. I hope you guys know that.
Vote UN resolutions to shield them from international law all the time. We provide them with the most advanced weapons on Earth, and American troops die in conflicts to uphold Israeli interests, all without a formal obligation for Israel to defend the US. No treaty, no legitimate alliance, no defense commitment. So, they'll take our money, they'll let our soldiers die to eliminate existential threats to Israel, but I'm the second coming of Hitler if I get on a plane to visit the country that's the largest recipient of foreign aid that my tax dollars go towards. I get deported and called a Jew hater by Israeli officials for what? Looking for the truth? Is that illegal in Israel, the biggest democracy?
Okay, come on, brother. Don't make me say it again. Don't make me defend anything that Israel has done, much less this decision again. Okay, it wasn't you made a video about the Jewish invasion of New Jersey, bro. Come on.
In the Middle East, I've refrained from exploring this topic to the degree in which it deserves because I wanted to first report on important topics, boots on the ground in Israel.
No, that is diabolical, YouTube. YouTube, that is diabolical. Oh my god. Oh my god. Y'all want to watch it?
You're not welcome here, and you're not welcome in a lot of other places based on your videos.
You don't own this place. You don't own America.
No, you should move on. Nobody wants you here. Please move out.
Tyler, it seems like you discovered that anti-Semitism is lucrative, no?
Oh, it's the funny Jewish meme song. The doo. I don't know what the. I think it's. I don't know my music. I'm sorry.
I have obviously thought that we should pay for their money, so why don't you move to a different country? So
Why don't you go back to Israel? That would be my question.
I got like,
Public safety. Yeah.
I'd say 150.
Why didn't you go back to Israel? That would be my question. Yeah, man. Listen, he just makes videos involving Jewish people. Come on, guys.
calls about you already.
What are they calling about?
People try to live a quiet life. You two gentlemen, I saw a video of you walking into 136 Hillside. They asked not
Fair
to
enough.
come back.
Amazing.
If you come back, it'll be a
Trespass or
trespassing charge.
So you say anti-Semitism, I say anti-Goyism.
The Jewish
Oh, cool.
community is extremely racist.
You have a group of people that call themselves God's people. You are a Semite supremacist.
Elon Musk has 12 kids. Why can't I have 12 kids?
He pays for them. You're arguing that I should pay for your kids.
I'm arguing that the government said.
That's our money. I pay taxes.
Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? Should I call the cops on you? Okay, that's it.
We may be in a corrupt hellhole. So what am I being pulled over for?
We got a call.
Keep your hands on the steering wheel when you do so.
This is Lakewood, New Jersey, home to one of the largest and fastest growing Orthodox Jewish communities in America, having anywhere from 6 to 10 kids per family, causing the community's rapid growth to
That was a missed opportunity to say 6'7". I cannot believe you.
spill into the neighboring towns of Jackson, Toms River, Brick, and Howell, causing non-Jewish residents to fear that their town will soon be turned into Little Jerusalem just like Lakewood.
Attack.
What do you want me to fucking say, guys? Like, it's just tiring, bro. It's just so tiring. Like, I have to deal with, like, just getting lied to, just getting lied to your face. And it's like, okay, well, let's watch your last video. Oh, okay, here's him doing all the anti-Semitism. Like, the way they so confidently say, oh, they called me anti-Semitic for making videos involving Jewish people. The way that conservatives so readily, like, describe what they've done in the vaguest way imaginable, like, it's like the reasoning of a child.
Within this community, I would liken it to organized crime.
You were the vice chairman of the Israel Advisory Committee for Donald Trump in 2016. How did you get a relationship with the White House? Who in the White House?
I think I don't want to say.
Who are we messing with here right now, Chris? Is this video a mistake, man?
I'm going to be honest. The powers out here are pretty immense.
It's not about Jackson. Jackson is a test case. If it isn't squashed soon, is going to take over the entire country.
It's already a problem.
What the fuck? Oh my god. How, like, YouTube is actually, like, boosting this channel, by the way. Like, YouTube is hard promoting and protecting this channel. I like, you guys know that, right? Like Tyler Oliveira gets, like, blatant special treatment from YouTube and Google. It really does make me think that YouTube has also actively begun suppressing left-wing content. If they are giving this kind of stuff such a massive boost. What the fuck? Actual Nazi? Yeah. Well, I mean, Trump's literally told Google he will fine them if they start banning right-wing pundits again.
Problem in all the surrounding towns. You have billionaires from Lakewood being involved, people connected to the President of the United States.
In New Jersey, is there room for a two-state solution?
No, there's clearly not. I think it's going to be a fight.
I ride around Lakewood. There are near Lakewood, outside of Lakewood, and all these towns around Lakewood. There are housing developments. Well, Goyim live there. There are no Yidden there yet. But all these housing developments, someone who they could turn it around. We saw what happened in Lakewood itself. There are a lot of other opportunities if people want to take that jump and become a shtickle pioneer.
As the Orthodox Jewish community consolidated political power in Lakewood, taking majority control of the township.
There might be an infiltrator. There might be an infiltrator. Oh my god. Nick Fuentes cross-dressing and getting into a committee in this town of mostly Jewish population. Oh my god, Nick Fuentes, what are you planning? Rose called himself Deborah. I'm sorry, I had to go with that joke. Also, I'm curious, hold on. I'm curious about this quote from the clip that we just saw here. Yeah, this is literally a community. Hold on. I found out what this is. This is literally a housing development meeting. He played this like this was like a bunch of Jewish people wanting to like take over, like evict people. They're talking about housing development in those areas. I don't know. Lakewood is a problem, to be real. Like, there being Jews in Lakewood is a problem? What? What do you mean by that? I don't know. I don't trust Tyler Oliveira on this one, if I'm being honest. I will say that what he's probably going to find is that, like, very tight-knit Orthodox Jewish communities are probably not super fond of outsiders, and they're probably kind of, like, prickly and act a little bit like when you go into a rural kind of redneck mountain town in America, and you just get weird looks because everyone knows you're not from around there. You might even have someone tell you should leave. I've had that happen. So it just kind of seems like pretty standard enclave building, which isn't healthy. I do think that a sense of integration is important, but it's kind of really common in the Northeast in particular. I know in New York City there's like a pretty strong like Jewish enclave kind of effect, so it doesn't really surprise me it's happening in New Jersey. I'm Jewish in New Jersey, trust me when I say that Lakewood's history of gentrification and racist housing policy is a real thing. So is the main issue the fact that you've got a bunch of, like, wealthy Jewish families that are pricing out, like, lower income communities? And the real issue is just gentrification. It's not that they're Jewish, it's that we just have a bunch of wealthy families gentrifying a community, and, you know, the populace can't afford to hold up to it. Okay, yeah, that's unfortunately, you'll only get conservatives to actually talk about issues like gentrification as a problem when it's being done or can be framed as a thing they can use to push their ideology. In this case, it's the scary Jews. Ooh. Thanks for the info, though, Frutterbug. I appreciate that. Well, guys, if you liked this segment, you know what to do. Leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you watching, though.